life each day of the week. Come on, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. What you waiting for? Come and take a seat. Like and subscribe, this is where you wanna be. Cause you know we gon' talk about it. Let's talk about it. Get in here, we in here tonight. So get in here, we in here to vibe.
Hey everybody, I need to cut the intro short because I'm already late. We need to go ahead and get into this subject because, my internet sister, I know she wants to come on live tonight. So we're going to get on into this, and those that are late can always go back and watch the beginning, or you guys can catch the replay if you're not able to watch this live stream right here, okay? This is going to be short, sweet, and to the point, okay? How about that, you guys? If my internet sister don't come on, which I do believe she will, because I did speak to her earlier, so I do believe she's coming on if she don't fall asleep. She's been working her butt off lately, y'all. So if she don't fall asleep, she's coming on. If she don't come on, I'll be back on later tonight. But if she come back on, I'm gonna let y'all enjoy our internet sister, whoever else is on YouTube, okay? So we're gonna jump right in. Hey everybody, it's my second time talking to y'all today. I was gonna cam up. I will for a second, just for a second, you guys, but I'm not gonna do this live cammed up. Hey y'all. What's going on? It's your girl Amore, as always, me. But I'm not going to do this live cammed up because we're going to just fly through this live, okay? We're going to fly through this live. Oh, my God. Y'all so funny. I have been laughing all evening. I'm not even going to lie to you. I have been laughing. Y'all hit that thumbs up button for me. Oh, I ain't even asked y'all. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? I think y'all can hear me because I can hear me. I can hear myself. So thumbs up. Y'all can hear me? I don't see no thumbs up yet. I just see, okay, I see a thumbs up. Thank you, kicking it with Clarissa. Thank you so very much. Let's get into this. The topic is what? Why he'll date you, but never marry you. By the show of hands, have you ever been in this type of relationship where a man wanted to be with you or said he wanted to be with you, but he never committed to marrying you? Raise your hand if you have ever found yourself in a situation such as this one. You guys were dating. He act like he wanted to marry you. Hold on, let me fix this. See, that's why when it gets light outside like this, it messes up my thing. That's why I don't be liking to come on the camera, because it's still light outside, so it's messing up my light. That's why I don't need this room. I need it to be all dark. Y'all don't see this flickering? I see it flickering all over. And then it irritates the dog crap out of me. I think that might be better. I don't know. I'm going to turn it off. Oh, yeah, I'm turning it off. I'm turning it off. I don't like it. It got me looking crazy. So have you ever been in a situation where you were in a relationship and the man act like he wanted to marry you? She said marriage isn't for anyone. You're right. Marriage isn't for everybody. Yep, it's not for everybody. But have you ever been in a relationship, you guys got on the subject of marriage and it just never took place? Y'all talked about it. He acted like he wanted to be married. You told him that you wanted to be married, but it never took off. You guys just continued to date until one of y'all just gave up and said, hell with it. Anybody? I don't see nobody that raised their hand. Don't be embarrassed. Okay? If you've ever been in that situation. If not, no worries, right? But I have a friend that was in a situation like that where she actually dated the guy for 10 years, okay? For 10 years, this man said, I love you, act like he wanted to, really, really be married to her. She wanted to be married, right? She really wanted to be married, and he never asked her to marry him. Never asked her to marry him. Actually, I think he did, but he gave her an engagement ring and they were literally engaged forever. All right. She says, no, we spoke about where we stand with marriage. I don't want to get married because it's too much to get a divorce, etc. Life partner I can do. Okay. All right. That sounds good. I like that. She said, this might sound weird to some of you guys, but from what I've seen, I've never wanted to be married. Okay, Lisa, that doesn't sound weird at all. That does not sound weird at all. I do know some people that say that they don't want to get married because it can be difficult to get a divorce. We've seen that, right? She said, I was married for 50 years when I became a widow. Okay. 50 years is a very, very long time. Lisa says, I've been proposed to, but I turned it down. Okay, all right. So you're right. A lot of people prefer not to be married, but live in the same home under the same roof as life partners. There's nothing wrong with that if that's what you prefer. But there's a lot of women out there that wants to be married. They come into the relationship saying that they want to be married. The guy pretend that he wants to marry her and he never does. And a lot of women want to know why. Okay. All right. Let me ask y'all something. How many of you guys, I got 123 people in here. Please hit that thumbs up button for me, please. And thank you. Do you believe men always know earlier on if he wants to marry you or not? Or not just marry you, but any woman. Do you believe a man knows early on in the relationship, or do you think he has to get to know you for 2 or 3 years to know whether or not he wants to marry you? What do you think? You think a man automatically know he wants to be married, or do you think it wears on him? Thank you guys for the super stickers and participating in $5 Friday. I do appreciate it. And I also have my Coca-Cola link pinned up. So if you guys want to send $5 of coffee, please do so. Thank you so very much. So do you believe a man always know early on if they want to marry a woman or not? She said, I was married 12 years. We separated, had been separated for 7 years. I'm not getting married again. Okay. A lot of y'all like hell to the nah. Hell to the nah. She said, I think everybody is different. Okay. All right, well, let's get into this lesson, okay? Let's get into what I wanted to bring to you guys this evening. Like I said, this is not going to be a very long one here, okay? Because it seems like I have a very mature audience, which means that either they know they don't never want to be married, or they probably already married, or they done that, been there, done that, got the t-shirt and the hat and never want to do it again. You know what I mean? So that's what type of audience it seems like I have. There's other audience, I'm sure, on these YouTube streets that the woman wants to be married desperately. And she's wondering why the man that she's living with, doing all the wifely duties to right now, she's wondering why that man has not wifed her up. Okay. So that's what we're talking about tonight. All right. Why he'll date you, but never marry you. All right. So there are different categories of women. All right. Hey, Darnell, how you doing, bro? Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all, coming in the chat. There are different categories of women. You have your fun women. Those are the ones that you just want to take out, have fun, maybe go to a cookout with, go to a concert, take around your friends, you know what I mean? Your little arm piece. You know what I'm saying? You want to have some fun with. You got the fun woman, right? They enjoy being around you, but would never take your ass seriously. Okay? Not enough to wife you. They'll take you, they'll wine you, they'll dine you, they'll take you out to eat, they'll take you to a party, a concert, anything like that, just to have fun with you, show you off in front of their friends. But you are not the wifey material, okay? Then you have your convenient women, the one that they will allow you to play the wifey role. Honey, they'll move you in, okay? They'll even introduce you to their coworkers. You will be everything but a wife to them. You will be cooking, cleaning, having their babies, taking them to the doctor's appointment, going to their doctor's appointments. They'll be there for you. You will be playing the wifey role, but they will never marry you. Y'all will be together 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. You will have everything except for the marriage certificate. And then you will have the category of the ideal wife. That's the one that he sees as wifey material. That's the one that he wants to settle down with. He wants to commit with. He wants to be serious with. He wants to give his last name to. Okay? 3 different categories of women again. What do we say? The one to have fun with, the one that plays the wifey role, but never a real commitment, and then the ideal wife. All right. Let's talk about what makes a woman the ideal wife material. All right. Now, a lot of people think it's the woman herself. Oh, she's so nice and she's kind and she's submissive and she's godly and she's this. Well, let me just be honest with y'all here. It's not one particular thing. It's not just the woman and what she does and what she brings and how much money she makes and what she looks like and if she's a virgin or not. That's not what it is, you guys. Want me to tell you what it is? It's the timingness and the readiness of a man. It's timing, baby. It's timing. You might meet the same man and date him for 10 years and he don't marry you at all. Y'all break up. He meet another woman and in 2 months, he done bought her a ring and in 6 months, they walking down the aisle. You're wondering, how in the hell did he date me for 10 years? He didn't marry me. But we break up and he goes and marry this woman and he only been knowing her for 6 months because it's timing. When he was with you, he wasn't ready. It wasn't the good time, a right time for him. He wasn't ready to commit. He wasn't mentally, emotionally, or maybe even financially ready for you. And he probably was telling you that, but as a woman, we weren't listening. We stayed with him. He probably got with you telling you, I don't want to get married until my finances are ready. I don't want to get married until my mental state is ready. I don't want to get married until I'm emotionally ready. He probably was telling you that in a way, but you wasn't listening. So you stayed with the relationship thinking, oh, I'm going to turn him into a husband. I'm going to turn him into a husband. I'm going to turn him into a husband. And 10 years later, he's not your husband. He's somebody's husband, but he's not yours. Because why? He wasn't ready. The timing was off. Okay. And another thing, a man will date you indefinitely until he decides to settle down, right? Until he decides to settle down, right? And it may not be you. It may not be with you. But another reason a man will date you and not marry you, or let's talk about the wife material right quick. The reason why he'll marry that next girl and didn't marry you for 10 years is because that other woman made him feel safe, respected, like a leader. Because a lot of us make our men feel like, oh, we don't need them. We don't need them. A man doesn't want to feel like you don't need them. And that's a big problem of a lot of women. I don't need you. I don't need no man. I'm good by myself, right? I've been single for 14 years and I don't need no man in my house. So a man wants to feel like he is your protector, your provider. He wants to be respected, and he wants you to make him feel like he's your king, like he's in charge. He's the boss, okay? All right? If a man doesn't see you as his piece, he will not make you his wife. If you're always nagging him about something, always barking at him about something, always getting smart with him, got something to say, snapping, you are not his piece. And he ain't about to wipe you up if you're not his piece. Some men might like to argue with you, just that breakup and makeup sex type thing. But baby, you are in the fun woman category, okay? You are not in the wifey material category. A man ain't trying to be breaking up to make up with his wife. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't happen now, but what I'm saying is if y'all just dating and you just always want to argue just so y'all can make up, honey, he's not going to wife you because you're not his piece. You're just a fun woman. A fun woman. All right? So a man marry a woman that makes him feel, again, like he's in charge, like he's well respected, like he is their king, you know, like he's needed in the house. You can't expect a man to, you know, be with you and he don't even feel like you need him. Okay? A man wants to feel needed no matter what. All right? And they also want a woman that they can communicate with, that can understand them. Now, I always say men act like little boys, right? They want you to pat them on the head and say, attaboy, attaboy, that's a good boy. But guess what? They really want you to understand them. They want you to try to step outside of what you feel and try to see it from their perspective, okay? All right? Also, a man likes that woman that set boundaries, baby, stand their ground and stick with it. Okay. A man love a woman with standards. If you don't have standards, if you as a woman allow a man to dog you out, most likely he's not going to marry you because guess what? That's not what they want. They want a woman that's going to set standards and boundaries and stick with them. They love that. Okay. So if you get into the relationship and if the man's saying, if the woman is already coming out saying, listen, I am dating for a purpose. This is, my timeline. I'm not trying to be dating you for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, or whatever before we get married. I'm letting you know that now, right? If a woman comes like that and she sticks with that, she's telling him, listen, the clock is ticking. Now, I'm not saying give ultimatums or whatever, but I'm saying before you even get serious, you let that man know what you're looking for. And as time going on, you're reminding him what it is that you want. If he commits to that, if he says, you know what, I get it, I understand it. And yeah, I can see myself getting married in 18 months, 2 years, or whatever the case may be, whatever your boundaries are, right? But when it's approaching, you need to let him know, listen, I said it, I wanted to be married within 2 years, and I did not date you for any old reason. I'm dating with a purpose. And a lot of women do date with a purpose. Some don't, but most women do. And if you're not dating with a purpose, maybe you need to change the way you're dating. Okay? Date with a purpose. If you're dating with a purpose, you're putting your foot down, right? Men love that. They love a woman that sets standards and boundaries and stick with them. Okay? All right? Now, some women requires a commitment before you get the cookies. Now, there are some men that love that. They're like, wait a minute, you mean I got to marry you before, I taste the Skittles? Now, there's not a lot of that going on these days, but it does happen, okay? Especially the younger generation, right? There's still good girls out there, and it's still respectable men out there that wants a woman that wants and requires a commitment before getting the benefits, okay? The woman comes up and say, you know what? I ain't never been there before. I ain't never gave my body to nobody, and I'm not giving my body to nobody until I get married. There are men out there that still respects that, believe it or not. Now, a lot of us, we probably not already been there, done that, but the younger generation, our daughters, our granddaughters, okay? They still got a chance. They still got a chance, all right? All right, if a man sees that he can get everything from you, from cooking, cleaning, sex, emotional support, financial support, why is he going to marry you? If he's already getting all of that from you, there is no incentive to marry you. If you didn't gave him everything, the babies, the sharing of a home, cooking, cleaning, just being there for him. If you've given him everything a wife gives a husband, why would he commit to a marriage and he has everything? What is it? What purpose? What does he gain in marrying you if you've given him the cow? You didn't give him the whole cow. He's not going to marry you. He already have it. You've already treated him like a husband. You can't expect to give a man everything and then think, oh, he's going to marry me because I gave him this. No, he's going to get comfortable and then complacent. Okay, he's not going to marry you. You didn't gave it all. Now, you can try to start snatching some of that shit back, right? But if you already walking in the shoes and the role of a wife and you're not married yet, well, you better get comfortable there or get out of there. Because if you think that he's going to marry you after that, okay, well, maybe one or two of y'all, but majority of y'all will never hear the words, will you, could you, or any of that. You won't hear those words because you're already doing it, all right? Who knows says, I got proposed to in a month into the relationship and we got married 25 years later. 25 years. Oh, Jesus, honey. See, like I said, one or two of y'all might get lucky. And you said 25 years later, not trying to be funny, but was he like in a wheelchair or something before y'all got married? Some men will wait until they sick, just got diagnosed with an illness or something like that, and they need a nurse around. And then, they'll try to scoop you up for you to be their wife because they know they need a nurse. All their good years gone. And then they're like, oh, can you be my wife? You'd have been through all the bullshit. I'd have cheated on you and did all this to you and beat your ass and disrespected you and all this stuff or whatever. You the only one stuck around. All my side pieces is gone. Will you marry me? You know what I'm saying? Listen to this. High-value men are drawn to women who have self-respect and non-negotiable standards. That's that zero tolerance again. High-valued men love women that's going to put their foot down. And they're going to stick to their standards. They're not going to negotiate with, oh, if I cheat on her, if I slap her in the face, she's still going to stay. No, they want a woman to say, what did you just do? Are you out your freaking mind? Are you ready to be 6 feet under? Have you lost it? You know what I mean? They want a woman that has that zero non-negotiable standards. If you don't have the zero tolerance in your home, you need to get it. Okay? There's something that should be zero tolerance that you ain't going to tolerate. Absolutely will not tolerate. Okay? And that's with everybody. That's not just in a marriage. That's in a friendship too. That's in every part of your life. Everybody should have a zero tolerance policy. All right? But why he'll date but never marry certain women? Why? Well, one, because she might not be his forever type. He might just want you for the now. Okay? Some men are physically attracted to women for the now, and they want you for the now. And then once your body starts changing, whether you have babies or you're getting older, and whatever he was attracted to, whether it was your butt, your tits, your small waistline, once it changed, he out of there. He is out of there. So some women are not the forever type. They're just for the now, right? They're literally just for the now. You know, if they are just physically attracted to you, baby, that physical go away. Okay, if they're not attracted to your mind, to your mental, you understand what I'm saying? If you don't have them psychologically, then it's not necessarily going to last. Okay, they separate the physical attraction from long-term commitment and long-term compatibility. If you're not if you can't get inside of a man's head, right? If you don't meet his mental needs, if you don't meet his psychological needs, okay? She said, that's not on the woman though, more. What you mean that's not on the woman? If a man get with you because you got a big ass and you don't have no big ass no more, and that's all he wanted with you for was your big ass. Y'all know which men I'm talking about, right? I'm talking about the men that just love the Instagram girls. The ones that they want to kick it with the Instagram girls. They know eventually you're not going to look like that Instagram girl one day. So they only attach to you because of your looks. Okay? And I'm not saying this is definitely not every situation, okay? Some people will date an Instagram girl and will marry her. But some men separate the two. They say that Instagram looking girl is for the now. She's for fun. They put her in the fun category. All right. They don't look at her as wifey material. Okay. Some men will date a wild party girl for fun, but then he want a more nurturing, more structured woman for marriage. All right. Another thing, why he'll date you but never marry you, right? Because you're too available. He feels like you're too accommodating. You have no boundaries and you're always saying yes to him. He don't look at you as being a valuable person. You're too available. You're too accommodating. Have you ever heard that before? You're too available and too accommodating for him. You are his yes girl. Yes, dear. Yes, babe. Yes, honey. Okay, I will. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. Yes, 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 yes. Men don't really like that. They want a little pushback, okay? They want women with standards. They want women with boundaries. I'm letting you know that, okay? But some of you will sit there and think that you're supposed to be pleasing and accommodating to your man. And what you don't even know is they don't even like that. That's not what they really want. They don't want a yes, honey, yes, babe, yes, dear, yes, sweetie. You know, yes, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. Well, being too accommodating lose value. Period. They have no challenge. You're not challenging them for nothing. They just say, hey, can you do this? Yes. Can you take care of this? Yes. Can you buy me this? Yes. Can you let me do this to you? Yes. Can you do yes, 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 yes. He may enjoy you, but he'll never commit to you. Okay. All right. If hold on, he'll date you but never marry you if y'all goals for the future don't align. If you're not, I'm not gonna say thinking, but if your goals for the future and his goal for the future are on two different spectrums, he's not gonna marry you. Okay? Let me see if I can give you an example of that when I say you have two different goals. Let's just say your goal might be to work, and now this is not no particular person, but let's just say your goal might be to work until you 70 years old and to sit on the front porch and swing in rocking chairs, right? Where his goal might be to retire at 40 or 50 years old and go travel the world, all over the world. He might not be a sit on the porch rocking chair type of retiree. Okay. He may want to travel. And if you guys have talked about your future, if your future goals don't align, He may say, nah, that's not the type of person I want. I want a person that's going to go hiking with me through the woods, and she wants to sit on the porch and swing her feet. I'm not for that. I want to start living after I stop working. You know what I'm saying? You know, where some women might be like, nah, I really don't want to do that. I just want to sit down and just raise the grandkids. And he like, girl, raise the grandkids. I'm trying to travel. We done raised kids all our life. I'm trying to go to every country I can go to. All right. So if your goals are not aligned, he may say, nah, she ain't my type. Same thing with sharing values on family, children, money, lifestyle, and friends. If he sees that your goals are different, your values are different, he may say, nah, she's fun for right now, but I'm not going to commit to her. This is not who I want to be my forever person. Okay? This is not my forever person. This is just the now. All right. And he may keep your ass around until he meets the one. He may keep the fun person around until he finds his forever person. You might not be it. Okay. Letting you know. All right. Why he'll date you but never marry you is that well, some men look at relationships as just a placeholder. Like I was saying, until he truly meets the one that he wants to marry, he'll just keep you around dangling you until he really meets the one that he wants to commit. He want to throw it all in for. Oh, this is the one right here. I really, really want that. All right. Now, signs that you are not the right woman. Well, he avoids talking future talk to you. He don't tell you what he wants to do when he retire. He don't talk about that at all. You don't know what, I would challenge everybody that's listening to me right now to ask your man, what do you want to do after retirement? If he tries to avoid that topic with you, then okay. And I'm talking about the ones that's not married but in a relationship with someone, okay? But a man that don't want a forever with you, he will avoid the future talk with you, okay? He will avoid the word commitment altogether. He don't even want to talk about a commitment with you, all right? And he'll never make real plans with you. If your man ain't saying, I want to be able to take the grandkids to Disney World on a cruise one day, or I want to be able to, once I turn 70 years old, I want to do this, I want to do that. If he is not talking future plans, I'm talking about retirement and after, you understand what I'm saying? Then I would challenge you to just bring it up, kind of mention it and see what he says. See if you fit anywhere in there. If he's always saying things like, oh yeah, I'm going to go climb Mount Rushmore when I retire, instead of saying, I would love for us to go climb Mount Rushmore. You know what I'm saying? See if he's including you in his retirement plans. All right. If you are not married now, and that man has not committed to you, see if he has included you in the retirement plans. If he haven't, well, you might just not be his forever person, okay? All right, what women can do differently? Don't waste years hoping that he'll change, for one. If you've been with this man for 7 and 8 years and he has not committed to you, he don't like talking about commitment, he don't talk future goals with you, y'all don't align, right? If he's not making real plans with you, girl, don't waste years with him hoping and wishing that he'll change, because 9 times out of 10, he won't. Now, the young lady that said that she was with her man and they didn't get married until 25 years later, that is a rare occurrence. Not saying it can't happen. Oh, thank you so much, Naomi. I appreciate that. She said, hey, Amor. Hey, everyone, stopping by to show some love. Thank you so much, Naomi. Appreciate you, love. But that's a rare occurrence that a man will date you for 25 years and then say, I do. Now, like I said, I'm not saying that this happened in this young girl's, in this woman's relationship, but if they dated you for 25 years and not married you, 9 times out of 10, now she might just be the one time that it didn't happen, but 9 times out of 10 is because they used up all their good ass years. You know what I mean? They didn't use it up. They beat down. It is what it is. They know that that's probably the best that they can get. So then they commit. You know what I'm saying? Because 25 years is a long time to be trying to walk down the aisle with somebody, unless they kept asking her and she kept saying no. Now that's a difference, right? But if she was just begging him for 25 years to marry her, and he didn't marry her, and then finally he did. Well, I'm here to tell you it's because he's like, you know what? Shit, I did all I'm gonna do, and let me just go on and get married. But 25 years is a long time. So, like I said, don't waste years hoping that he'll change. Okay, go on and date somebody else. And if once you ready or once he's ready, if y'all ain't with nobody, maybe y'all can meet back up and get married. But I wouldn't. But I'm just saying, maybe that's what y'all will do. But child, do not waste your years hoping and wishing that man will change. Okay. If he haven't mentioned marriage or a serious commitment within the first 2 years, he likely won't. If y'all been dating for 2 years and he ain't mentioned marriage to you at all, then he probably won't. Okay. He's avoiding that word with all costs. Okay. Look at his intentions, not just his actions. All right. Just because he's affectionate with you, he spent money on you, doesn't mean that he's thinking about marrying you. Mm-mm. You're just filling the role of a wife. He already got the cow. He like, wow, why am I gonna go do that? I'm not gonna give him my last name. Hell, I already got the cow. I got everything I want. All right. Have your own standards and your deadline set. All right. A man should never get a wife experience without the title. Now, I mean, this textbook knowledge right here, but I don't disagree. You're not about to get no wife experience from me. I'm not about to do everything that a wife would do, and I don't have the title. Okay? Everything? Child. Listen, not everything, y'all. Husbands should be able to get something separate, something different, something special. Okay? Now, even if you give it 1 or 2 times, I get it. If you want to cook him a steak dinner, steak, potato, you want to go all out for your man, serve him, feed him, love him down, but don't make it no every day, all day type of situation, baby, because then I'm telling you, you're like, damn. You understand what I'm saying? I already got the cow. Why should I put a seal on it? Why should I give her a title and she's already giving me the wife experience? All right. So, have you ever been the girlfriend again that was never wiped up? Anybody? Anybody want to admit it? Have you ever been the girlfriend that wasn't wiped up and then all of a sudden once y'all got a divorce or whatnot, not a divorce, I'm sorry, y'all broke up, then all of a sudden he married someone else? Anybody? I don't think anybody's going to answer that because I already asked it first. I already asked it in the beginning, so I don't think that anybody will actually say it. Let me see. She said that actually what my sister used to say, and she was a wife. That includes rubbing his feet, LOL. She said, okay, a lady I know been with her man for 16 years and they live together and he never married her. He has has 3 kids younger than their relationship with another woman. If she ain't dumb, then I don't know what. So wait a minute, hold on. You mean to tell me they've been together for 16 years and he's had 3 kids outside the relationship and they still together? Hmm. That's sad, actually. That's really sad. She said, yeah, but the crazy part, her and the other woman always fighting over him. I would leave him alone. Yeah. Okay. Something wrong with her. All right. Well, I know no one raised their hand about being in a relationship and y'all ended the relationship. You never got wiped up, and then all of a sudden he wiped somebody else. Okay. So no one really admitted that, but it happens, y'all. So much. It does happen. Okay. Now, again, let me just say this, and I need to put emphasis on this. I'm not saying everybody is marriage material because there are some people that was date forever. They would never. I know 2 people like that. I know a couple. They've been together for over 20 years and they have spoke about marriage. But he was hurt so bad by, well, this is what he says now. I don't really buy it, but they still together and they have a child. But he was hurt so bad by his first wife that he said he would never ever marry again, never marry again. Now she has asked him plenty of times and he has said no. Okay, no, I don't want to get married. No, I don't want to get married. No, I don't want to get married. I'm not getting married. I'm not getting married. I'm not getting married. Okay. However, she went into the relationship knowing that that's not what he wants. So, as a woman, we need to be careful and we need to listen to our man as well, okay? Because some men will tell you, I never want to get married again, never ever want to get married, and we think that we're going to change them. So if a man telling you from the get-go that he don't want to get married, then don't try to force it on him or give him some type of ultimatum down the line. If you want to commit to that relationship knowing that this man do not want to be married, then don't try to change it later. She said, met children's father did shortly after he left my house. That lady wanted to know why I didn't marry him. I told her she would find out. Please take him. Oh. So are you saying that? Hold on, let me read your other thing. Oh, I thought maybe that was an add-on to something else you said. Okay, I'm not sure exactly what you're meaning. It sounds like you're saying, um, oh, so you're saying your kid's father married another woman shortly after he left your house, and that lady asked you why you never married him, and you told her you will find out soon. Okay, all right. I got you. Ashley said, I've been with Bradley for almost 6 years, but it was me not wanting to be married. I'm ready now. Okay, girl, I hear you, girl. She said, I'm ready now. I don't get women who fight other women. Fight your cheating man. Yeah, I never got that either. Women have to keep their boundaries. If he is not willing to marry you, walk away. Absolutely, Simply D. I don't know if you're just walking in or not, but that is absolutely true. A man actually is very attracted to a woman that sets boundaries. There's a lot of women that don't even set them, don't never set a boundary a day of their life with a man, right? But women actually like women that already have their boundaries set, their standards set. Don't ever go into a relationship without already having your boundaries set. You know, these are my no's, these are my yeses, these are my I wish you mights. You know what I'm saying? All right. Some women, and even after they've been married and got a divorce, I know one, I'm not going to say her name, they require a commitment before giving full access to them. And I mean women that have already had kids, have already been married, and they've been single. And to get back into another relationship, they require a commitment before you can have full access to them. And y'all know what I mean when I mean full access. They're not giving up their cookies, their goodies. They ain't doing none of that unless they have a commitment. That's a woman that dates with a purpose. That's a woman that dates with a purpose. And guess what? She may not even want a commitment as far as a ring, but she might want a commitment, meaning that you ain't fooling around with other women. All right. Because some men will try to date you knowing that they ain't ready to settle down with just one woman. They want to date you and this person and that person and that person. But this particular live is about marriage. Okay. Dance with a T said, I have a friend that was with her boyfriend for 7 years, and 2 months after they broke up, he got married. In 3 months, she was so hurt. See? But you know what? The timing may not be right for him. He may not have been ready financially, or the woman may have said something like, oh, I want my husband to, be able to make this amount of money, that amount of money, or whatever the case may be. And he may have felt like, you know what? She's too much for me. Or the timing could be wrong. Or that woman, your friend, wasn't his piece. She probably was yelling. Now, I'm not saying she was, but he probably looked at her as, oh, she bickers, she complains, she yells, she snaps. She wasn't his piece. She didn't make him feel respected, didn't make him feel like the king. You know what I mean? So, and it just wasn't the time. It wasn't the time. He was not ready. Some men are ready. Some men are ready to get married. And it might scare some women. They might come into the relationship already ready. And you're like, wait a minute, hold on. Are you a narcissist? You're moving too fast. But some men are ready. Okay. So the more, why is that after a year, people start having major problems in the marriage? Major problems, not major problems. Major, that word major is not good, because if you start having major problems in the world, that means that you guys are missing some communication somewhere. You shouldn't have major problems in your marriage. But some marriages have problems because you're still adjusting to that person. You go through your honeymoon stage, and then you got real life things that you have to deal with, and you have to adjust. You got to think you are a different person. You was raised differently by different parents. Y'all have different standards, different values, different morals, and you guys are coming together. But as long as you can communicate, you can get it together. You just got to iron out some kinks. But now major, you use that word major, that's a little different now. Major problems, if you having major problems in the in the marriage, that means that you didn't work out something in just the relationship dating phase, okay? But every marriage is going to have a challenge in there because your challenge is getting to know each other and being able to deal with, or should I say, sort out what you're willing to accept and what you're not willing to accept. It's going to be something about your man that you don't really like, but if you just expect him to be perfect, then you ain't gonna be with nobody. But it's going to be some things that you're going to have to say, okay, you know what? I'm willing to accept that. I may not be willing to accept this, and this, but I'm willing to accept that. Okay. She said, yes, sometimes you are just not the one, and that's okay. It frees up the both of you for your right person. Yep, that's true. Sometimes you're just not the one. And that's why people get married. She said, how long should you wait before you say I do? It depends on if you're ready and if that person is ready. I know some people that got married in 5 months, 6 months, and they still together. I know some people that, Jay and I waited 3 years and we still together, it really depends. Now, I could have been married earlier than 3 years. Jay asked me before that, and I said, yeah, but I wasn't ready. I kept on trying to push the date out, but the reason why I did, because I had already been married. And I was like, oh, we need to wait a little longer. We need to wait a little longer. We need to wait a little longer, And so he was like, okay, I don't want to wait no more. Let's go and do this. And I was like, damn. But it still worked out. But you get a little scared after you done it before and it failed. You get scared and scared and scared to commit again to a marriage because you're so afraid of it not working out that you're like, oh, I don't know if I want to do this. I don't know. You get scared. You really get scared. Like, I don't know if I want to do this. I don't want to go through this shit again. I don't want to go through this shit again. I don't want to go through this shit again. So, I wouldn't say that there's a particular time. It depends on your maturity, their maturity, and what have they shown you? What have their actions and their intentions have shown you? She said, that's true. I think that's my problem. Yeah, after you've been divorced, it gets harder and harder to commit again, getting somebody's last name, having their babies and all that stuff or whatever, She said, literally all my friends were leaning towards a divorce after a year. It scares me. I think after a year, I'm gonna tell you something. I know a couple that they used to have marital issues. They don't have marital issues no more. But guess what they do? They still have a counselor that they go to, a marriage counselor. Even though they don't have no issues, they said they will always pay for a marriage counselor. So I don't know if it's once a month or once every other month, but they go to a marriage counselor. I think that is so healthy. Even if you're not having problems, people wait till they have problems and then they go get a therapist. Some people go get a therapist to prevent from having a problem. But I think that if they're getting a divorce after 1 year, then they are lacking communication skills in some type of way. Because believe it or not, you should be able to communicate and find out what's the issue, She said, I think counseling is a very good thing. Very good. They literally go to counseling, even though they're not having problems, they still go and they talk out whatever, I think that's excellent. I'm gonna see if Jay wants to do something like that. I think it's great, She said, Ashley, did you guys get married? I don't think they're married yet. She said, I'm thinking next October, I probably will go ahead and be his wife. Sometimes I get scared because I've been used to my own space. So now we are learning each other all over again in the same space. Oh, now I'm gonna tell you something. When Jay used to get deployed and he would come back, we would bump heads, okay? And the reason why we would bump heads is because when he's gone, I have to jump in and do everything, right? I have to be the woman, I got to be the man, you know what I mean? I have to do everything in the house when he's deployed. Then when he come back, I don't just relinquish over the control. I kind of still have it, and then we tussle, you know what I mean? Not like physically tussle, but we tussle with the control and what's going on and who's going to do this and who's going to do that, right? And it takes us a minute to get back used to, okay, you're the husband, I'm the wife. Because when a man has to go away for a while and you're doing it all by yourself, When he come back, you like, wait a minute, Joker, you can't just expect to just jump right back in and take over, right? So it becomes a little struggle. And I've noticed that myself, in our relationship. I think he's deployed like 3 or 4 times in our marriage, in relationship/marriage. And trust me, each time became more difficult, you know? You're like, dang, now he back. You got to do things different. It ain't you no more. Sometimes you can get used to just being by yourself. You have to adjust to someone else. And that's just not in a relationship. That's anybody come live with you. It's an adjustment. My husband told me I was going to be his wife when he was a teenager. I told his ass, no, I wasn't. Now look at my ass married. You married him. He said, and I told you you're going to be my wife. My husband was in a 5-year relationship before me and never engaged. He married me after 8 months. His ex is still mad and we going on 9 years. See? He wasn't ready when he was with her. And she doesn't understand that at all. She don't get it. She like, well, what about me? What about what? What did I do? And guess what? She wasn't his piece. She wasn't his piece. But congratulations, Ashley D. You're going to go ahead and commit and get married. You said when? October? Do we hear wedding bells in October? Do we? Timing is everything, though. Seriously, timing is everything. But also you have to think, though, if you allow a man to just be with you again and not the commitment, then he's going to stay with you and not the commitment. So have that conversation, have that conversation. All right. Oh, next October, not this October. Oh, okay. I see. She said, I just got married 6 months again. Oh, you mean remarried like to the same guy, or what do you mean 6 months? You just got married, and are you saying you just got married or you renewed your vows 6 months ago? Is that what you're saying? Which one? Let me know which one you're saying. Who knows? Oh, you just got married 6 months ago. Well, congratulations, newlywed. Is this the one that's been married? Or you've been with him for 25 years and y'all just got married? Are you the one? She says, Amora, I was used to holding it down on my own and he was OCD and it drives me nuts. Ooh, sound like somebody I know. So now I am to the point that I allow him to just clean and do whatever makes him comfortable. Oh, okay, I got you. I hear you, Ashley, honey. Them OCD dudes, woo, child, you gotta have a whole lot of patience, honey. Child, they some clean jokers, but girl, they get on your nerves sometimes. Oh, okay, so you are the one. Oh, okay, I got you. Who knows? See, your situation is rare. This is the girl, the queen, that said that he asked her to marry her 6 months into the relationship. Apparently, she said no, and they dated for 25 years, and she finally said yes. She finally married him after 25 years. That is not normal activities, okay? So you just got lucky. Were y'all together the whole 25 years, or did you date somebody else and he dated somebody else? And were y'all in that same house for the 25 years? She said, we waited 6 years on my term. He is 9 years older, and my mom advised me not to rush. Now we have been together 27 years and married 20. I'm loving it. Yes. Okay. I love it. I didn't even fall in until 45. I am 58 and 63, and it's my first marriage and his second. Okay. I think you meant I didn't fall in love until I was 45. Is that what you meant, Michelle? Okay, y'all was in the same house. She said, "Amor said this is not no." It's not though. Like that's very rare. That's what I mean. Is you will not see that a lot. Okay, a man that just dates you for 25 years and then y'all all of a sudden y'all get married. So it's a little different. Not saying it don't happen, but baby, you better know it's just 1%. She said, I'm enjoying this live. Oh, that's good. She says, at first I used to be offended, like he was trying to say I wasn't doing my part, but then I realized even when I do my part, it makes him feel better to do extra. So I smiled to myself. My man does dishes. Girl, my man don't do the dishes all the time. We take turn, but honey, he does things in the house that a lot of men probably won't do. My man grocery shop because he know I hate grocery shopping, and he know I will order offline. So he be trying to say that $9.95 or $10 delivery bill or whatever it is for them to deliver it, and that's why he goes and pick it out himself. but I don't like grocery shopping because I can never go in there and get one thing and come out. So I go in the grocery store with 3 things on my mind and spend $200. And I can't help it because once I get in the grocery store, I find out that I needed 28 more things. Okay. So trust and believe he does the grocery shopping, but he's retired. And people that retire, honey, they be looking for stuff to do. Okay. So that's his thing. He loved going to the gym and he liked going grocery shopping and that type of stuff. Not me. She said, we got married at 20 and 21 and have been married for 16 years. That is beautiful. Oh, yeah. Okay. That's your husband still. That's right. Okay, girl. That's what's up. That is what's up. Y'all got married at 20 and 21. Y'all were babies and y'all still together. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. J. Lou said, I'm enjoying this live. I have so much to say, but at the nail shop. Oh, okay. I don't have kids. He don't have kids. We have 3 kids together. Wait a minute. What? I don't have kids. He don't have kids, but we have 3 kids together. None outside kids. Okay, now you just lost me. How you got 3 kids together if he don't have kids? Did y'all adopt? She said, wait a minute, hold on, where my phone at? I don't even have my phone in here. I don't even know where my phone is at. Oh, there it go right there. Wait a minute, hold on. You just, we know just confused me. Is this a riddle? She says, I don't have kids. He don't have kids. We have 3 kids together, no outside. Do you have dogs? All right, hold on. She want me to read her text. Let me read it. Okay, she says, Amora, read your text. Bradley erase. Oh, Bradley is eavesdropping on this live. Okay, hold on. Let me see what Bradley done said. She said, Amora, I need you to ask Bradley some. Oh. Oh, okay. Hey, you better call me next time, girl. I've been told, I've been read the whole damn thing. Hey, you better call me next time, girl. I'm telling you, I've been read the whole damn thing. You hear me? She says, hold on, I'm gonna read it in a minute. She said, wait a minute, I'm trying to find out what who knows meant, y'all. Do anybody know? Where Bradley at? Is Bradley in the comments? I'm gonna need Bradley to the front of the room. Bradley to the front of the room. Bradley to the front of the room. Bradley, I need you. Your presence is being requested. She said, Lord, the way I turned the volume. Oh my God. Girl, you better call me next time. You know me. Wait a minute. She said we have 2 sons, 1 daughter, and no outside kids. So did you mean that we have 3 kids? Because you said I don't have 3. I don't have no kids, and he don't have no. Okay, hold on, let me read it again. I don't have kids. He don't have kids. We have 3 kids together, no outside kids. All right. I think I understand what you mean. I think I understand what you mean. All right, what were we? She said we grocery shop together, but I am more active. He's been funny. When we a few steps away from each other, we have single folks checking us out. One guy asked me out because he thought I was there by myself. Now I have been in a situation like that, not with Jay, but with my ex-husband. And boy, did I get it. You hear me? I was like that with my ex, and girl, it didn't go over too well, okay? Not at all. She says, babe, I have been both divorced and young age and decided to be life partners, no marriage. I think because the trauma we experienced with divorces. Okay, so Bae and I have both been divorced at young age. Okay, so you and your bae both been divorced and y'all just want to be life partners. Hey, nothing is wrong with that. If that's what both of y'all are actually saying, that that's what y'all want, I think that is great. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you wanted a marriage and he didn't, then that would be something wrong with that. But if you're okay being life partners, which to be honest with you, J. Lou, I do not blame you. If me and Jay went together right now, I would not get married ever again. I would just date. F marriage. You know what I mean? I want to keep my coins to myself. I don't need you asking me what I'm doing or none of that. I want a girl. I will be by myself. Okay. So me and Jay gonna be together forever because I will not get another man's last name ever again. My husband and I have been together since 1997. We got married in 2000. We have 3 sons together. Okay, cool, girl. Y'all been together since 1997. That's forever. Shit, forever. Hell, 1997, that's a whole nother lifetime, whole nother BC or something. At first, I thought of it like he was trying to control everything. My auntie made me realize, she said, girl, after a long day of work, he does laundry. Girl, if you don't put him to sleep sometime, okay, girl. Child, them men that love to do laundry and stuff like that, they need extra, honey. You need to give 5 more minutes of some network, okay? Child, I'm just letting you know. Love and light, I'm happy for you. I'm not that great but I try to do a little something. I read that one. She was trying to say no outside kids between them. Okay, y'all mean y'all got 3 no outside kid. I got you. Amor, that's where I am, and I don't never want to get married again. Yeah, like, I mean, girl, just better listen, we better make it last forever and ever, because I'm telling you, after this, it's a wrap, okay? But I think that we'll be together forever, forever, forever. She said, Lord, the way I turned out. Oh, you're so funny. Somebody said, who is Bradley? Amor, I got so tired of doing everything in the house until I went on a month strike. My husband and I still laugh about that. He thought you was sick. He thought you was sick, not me, but you. She said, I went on a month strike. What do you do when you went on a month strike, girl? She said, hey, y'all, I've been listening. I love these topics. My first marriage, 30 years and 9 kids. He is deceased. My current marriage, engaged for 5 years, married for 4 years. Together for 9. He is my soulmate. Oh, Sherry, that is so nice, girl. You are definitely wife material. You hear me, girl? There were some long relationships, 30 years and now 9. Girl, yes, honey. That's what I'm talking about. A lot of people that haven't even made it past year 1. A lot of people ain't never been in a relationship for over a year. Some people can't make it past 1 year and then they be wondering what's wrong. It's you, boo. I'm just kidding. She says, I'm a good girl. I told him he can taste the cake and wait a minute. I told him he can't taste the cake until he blow the candle out. Lord. He can't get to the cream until he didn't lick the pop. Is that what you're saying? I ain't mad at you, girl. I ain't mad at you. She said, I'm a good girl. He got to show himself approved. I ain't mad at you, girl. She says, sis, after I felt so lucky, I have a man that does everything and cook. Not everybody, but will do all the things we get tired of doing. Yes, honey. I don't like no lazy man. I ain't even gonna lie. Ooh, Sonia, thank you so very much for that $20 tip. She just made some noise up in here. I appreciate it. I love noise, y'all. I love it when we talk loud in this mofo. You hear me? She said, Barbara said, I'll never marry again. I'm too set in my ways, girl. I ain't mad at you, Barbara. I ain't mad at you. I am not mad at you. But I do have a question, y'all. What do y'all think? Hold on. Let me drop the link. Hold on. I'm dropping my link for somebody to come up. Come on down to the Price is Right. We got a visitor. Come on up. Come on up. Come on up. She said, Ashley D, that's a blessing, sis. I'm happy for you. You deserve it all. She said, you deserve it. We all could use an extra help. Being a mom, sister, woman is a lot. And I know you go above and beyond as well. Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. How many of y'all got a man that don't mind doing, you know, they call it woman things, but like washing clothes, washing the dishes, cooking, you know, that type of stuff. Anybody? Anybody got that type of man? Wait a minute. Hold on. Somebody that gave me $100 tip. Y'all almost fell out my chair. Love that. Girl, did you mean to push that extra zero? Do I need to send that back, girl? Thank you so much. My breath almost stopped. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you, Levette. Levette made some loud noise in this mofo with $100 tip, baby. Y'all better stop playing over here. Love you, sis. Love you back. She said, I am riding until the wheels fall off. Thank you so much, honey. She said, my husband does it all. Her husband does it all. Cook, clean, grocery shop, clean up everything. Damn, she said, I'm not a troll. I've been here since day one, just talking sometimes. Oh, no worry. I don't think you're a troll. I don't think you're a troll. You haven't said anything. Wait a minute. Knee Deep said mine do it all. Wait a minute. Knee Deep said my husband do it all, baby. Who else husband do it all? Hold on. Zelani said her husband do it all. Hold on. Who else? She said, I love the loud talkers. Yes, I love the loud talkers too. The loud talkers be coming through, baby. You hear me? I'm talking about coming all the way through. She said he has no children, looks forward to in the future being papa to our future grandchildren by my children. Girl, that's what I'm talking about. If that man came in your life and he don't mind sharing your grandkids and he ain't trying to, have no babies with you, girl, you might have a keeper, girl. You and both of y'all don't want marriage, girl, you might have a keeper, honey. She said, Lord, the content creator is going to be spitting at the screen tonight. Why? For what we talking about? Girl, we over here having a good old time. Talking about love, marriage, commitment, all of that. Okay, hold on. Let me see if this internet, so she might be getting ready to go live. Sis, you ready to go live? I'm going to be on for 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. Okay, you sure? Because I'm about to get off now. It's 8:46. So 9:30 or 9 o'clock? Okay, the next 45 minutes. Okay, sis, I got you. Okay, honey. Okay, bye-bye. So our internet sister says she is going live in the next 45 minutes, you guys. So y'all got me for a little bit longer unless somebody else want to hop on and go live. So, and I spilled over into her time, so I apologize. I'm going to apologize to her when I get off. So the internet sister says she coming on at 9:30, which is 8:30 my time, 9:30 East Coast Standard Time, okay? She said, I need to speak to someone in customer service. I need to exchange this one for the one that does it all. Listen, girl, you got to train your man. Child, you got to train him, train him, train him. Listen, I dated a guy before. I'm not going to lie. I dated a guy that had asked me, Lord, I'll never forget this. He said, I was doing something, like busy in the house. And he says, hey, can you fix me a tuna sandwich? And I said, what? And he says, can you fix me a tuna sandwich? And I said, you can't fix a tuna sandwich yourself because, a tuna sandwich, y'all, a tuna fish sandwich. You know what that is? A tuna sandwich. You open a can of tuna, you take out some mustard, mayo, and some damn pickle relish and some salt and pepper. And if you want to cut up some onions, you put it in there. But that joker asked me to make him a tuna sandwich. And I said, you can't make it yourself. And he said, not like you do. Girl, I knew then that we was not going to work, honey. He asked me to make a damn tuna sandwich. If you don't get the hell out of my face asking me to make a tuna sandwich right now expeditiously, you understand what I'm saying? I can see if I already had tuna made and you just wanted me to go in there and put it between a piece of bread and give it to you. But that joker wanted me to make some tuna. If you don't get out of my face with that, child. Now, I did make the tuna, but I already knew then that that wasn't going to work. I did not like him for that. That was one of the things that I did not like him for, some damn tuna. All right? She said, that sounds good with some crackers. I mean, tuna does sound good with crackers, but that joker asked me to make tuna. Okay, who don't know how to make tuna? I'm going to need you to stop that. She said, Amor, do you think it's possible to find a single good man at 55? Yes, ma'am, I do. I absolutely do. I know someone, I ain't going to say their name now. They want to raise their hand in here. They can. I ain't telling nobody business. But they just found them old good ass man, and they pushing 60, baby. I ain't gonna tell you who it is, but so yes, I do believe that you can find a decent brother at 55 years old. Yes, find love and all. Yes, I do. She said, "No, you have to add the eggs. Now, come on now. You know you ain't add no eggs, no baby chickens, and no damn tuna fish. I don't put no eggs in no tuna, baby." But that joker asked me to make some damn tuna. And I just knew then. I was like, I don't like him. No. Now, if he would have came and said, hey, babe, you want some tuna? I just made some tuna. Now, I would have looked at him quite differently. But that joker asked me to make a damn tuna sandwich, okay? Tuna fish. He wanted me to make the tuna. I'm like, you only need a can of tuna. Just go in there and get some mayonnaise and mustard, salt and pepper, a little onion. Come on now, stop playing. She said, so which one of y'all in y'all 60s? She'll have to tell her herself. I ain't going to tell her business. She said, my husband wanted some what? She said, my husband wanted some cat fat at 1 a.m. and I made, the catfish. Oh, now that's your husband. Now, if Jay asked me to make him some tuna, girl, I'm jumping across 5 benches in the church and I'm gonna make him some tuna. But that wasn't my husband that asked me that. No, now if Jay asked me to make him some tuna, I damn sure gonna make him some tuna. Shit, he keep the lights on in this mofo. He keep the water running. He keep that pool hot, even though he turned the heat off on the damn pool. But listen, no, if Jay asks for some tuna, that's a difference, honey. If your husband asks, it's a whole lot different than a boyfriend. This was a boyfriend, okay? A boyfriend. No, if Jay asked for some tuna, no, he getting some tuna. Okay? Catfish too. All right. Pork chops, anything he asked for, I'm getting it. All right. No, this was not Jay, baby. She said, these folks scare me out here these days. My anxiety have me side-eyeing everybody. Now, lady, I 100% agree with you. I would not, I keep getting interrupted at work. Oh, hey, Glenn, I don't blame you. Now, I would just tell anybody to be very, very careful dating out there because, honey, you just never know. We didn't, listen. I would be just like you. I would be side-eyeing everybody. And listen, ooh, I would be so scared because even the most manly man are been known to be the bottom, the top, or maybe even the middle. I don't know. You understand what I'm saying? They doing something strange for some change. So to be honest with you, I would be scared too. Girl, I think I would just go to the Adam and Eve store and just buy me a friend. I don't even think that I would even hook up. If I did hook up, not on a sexual level, I think I'd just go out with them to the movies, maybe go out to eat or whatever. But I don't think I'm going to be laying down with none of these jokers out there. You hear me? Honey, you never know, baby. You never know. I wish there was some type of test that you can give them. You know what I mean? Sit them down and hook them up to something to see if they're a bottom, a top, or a middle. Because I think they all didn't try to do something. I'm just kidding. I ain't going to say all, but I'm just saying, child, She said, I'm really afraid to date again. Been praying about it. She said, drop the link. Okay, I dropped it. Let me drop it again. Let me drop the link, honey. Come on down, baby. Y'all come on down. Come on down. Come on down. She said, hello, more in chat. Hey, girl, what's going on? Hey, Dior, what's going on, baby? Y'all come on up in here. Tell us, why y'all afraid to date? Y'all think y'all done met a bottom? She said, maybe I just need an older model. All right, hold on. Vanessa's coming up here. Hold on. Vanessa, hold on so we can talk at the same time. I'm about to hook up another browser. Give me a second. 1 second. Don't go nowhere. 1 second. Hold on.
Got some type of relationship with God, man, they not gonna.
All right, y'all. We are on here. We are in here. Hey, y'all. What's going on?
Hey,
Who did I
Amara.
just
Hey,
hear?
sis.
Did I just
Hey.
hear Bradley?
Yes,
Yes.
he's in
Hey,
background.
Bradley. What's going on, bro? What's going on, Vanessa?
Hi, who's that
Hi,
with
who's that
us?
with us?
What's up?
Ashley and Bradley, baby. Hey, Bradley.
Hello, everyone.
Okay, Bradley, you got a question for me or do I have one for you?
I'm all ears.
All right, so when you popping the question?
When I'm popping the question,
Uh-huh. We're gonna get straight to the oh wait a minute, she said it's an echo. Is it an echo?
I
Do
don't
y'all
hear
hear?
echo.
not on my end.
Not on our end. I don't hear echo.
I don't hear echo either. Hold on, let me see.
So y'all cornering me. Y'all trying to back me in the corner.
No, we're not backing you in the corner.
Okay. Um,
Do you feel like it?
no, I'm picking with Ashley. I didn't know you was gonna come out the gate with that question. I was unprepared.
Well, let me ask you this then. Let me ask you a question. Okay, so I don't know how much of the conversation you heard, right? So what I was saying is sometimes it takes a man, for the timing to be right for him to actually want to be married. It's not necessarily the woman, it's actually himself, meaning that it's if the time is right, he's ready to get married if the woman come along. So it's not necessarily a woman, but in the same retrospect, I said that that woman needs to be that man's piece. She needs to make him feel like he's a king, a leader, that he's her provider, her protector. Am I going along the right answers? I mean, going along the right. Am I right about that? You think?
That sound pretty accurate. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
So now let me ask you this from a man point of view. Do
Mhm.
you think, okay, like this one young lady down in the comments said that her and her man were together and they didn't get married until 25 years later, even though he did ask her to marry him in less than 6 months, but apparently she said no, and it took 25 years for them to actually get married. Do
Wait,
you think, what do you
who?
think about that?
Wait, who asked to get married in 6 months?
He
Well, who
asked
wanted to
her
and
to marry,
she
and she's
declined it.
right.
Y'all y'all really want the real?
Yeah, I want the real. I know what you're gonna say already. I know what you're gonna say. If a
He
woman
should
tell
have
you no, you done.
he should have went on by his business.
I knew you was gonna say that.
He
Most
should have
men do
gone
that.
because at the end of the day, we have to get down on one knee and propose to a woman, right? So if she rejects you, what make you think she gonna change your mind and look at you differently later on in life, regardless of what you got going on? She's still gonna have that same mentality she had when she rejected you in the back of her head. So at that point, she probably just want to get married for the image. She don't want a marriage. She want a wedding, and that's the difference.
Oh, she wants a wedding. So,
Some
so
people
but
want.
what?
Some people don't want marriages. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't want to put the work in to stay married. You know,
Oh,
Maybe
and
six
maybe
months was too early.
that's what I agree with that totally because you don't know a person in 6 months. I don't care what you say. You don't know that person. So you only that's a representative. That ain't the real person. You have to be with a person for a while and you actually have to live with that person. You taking a gamble if you just jump out there like that. You know,
so what's a while?
it's a lot of
How long do you
people.
think?
It's a lot of people who get married in 6 months and they be divorced in 2 years. I've seen it happen plenty of times, and I know people personally who've been dating for years and end up getting married like year 10 or 15, and they've been married for like 25 years. So I gauge it off that, personal experiences and people I know. You know what I'm
So let me
saying?
ask you something. How long did it take your mom and dad to get married?
They got married when I was 5, so I really don't know how old. I mean, how
Are
long
they
they.
are they still married?
Yeah, they still married to this day.
Okay, that's what's up. So let me ask you something. So do you
Mhm.
think 5 years is a good enough time to kind of know a person?
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, when you get around 5 and 6, you pretty much know that person for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Like
So do you
five,
think 3 years
five
is too soon?
for some, it's a case by
Okay.
case situation. Some people
Uh-huh.
it'll work for them 3 years, and some it won't. But I wouldn't advise nobody to get married to anyone, and you only been knowing them for 6 months to a year. Like that's not
Yeah, I think that's too early
to
because
me.
you
That's not
know.
to me because what's the rush? And I heard you make a statement earlier. You said if a person haven't married you at a certain point, you need to leave them alone. And I wanted to ask you why would you give that advice to women to leave
Meaning,
them?
and I think, what did I say? I think I said if they have not spoke about marriage in 2 to 3 years. So I
Oh,
think that
it was
I think
23
that
years.
No, 2 to 3.
two to
Oh,
three.
okay.
I think that if you're not even talking about it, y'all have not even discussed marriage. You understand what I'm saying? Not even bring it up, not having even said if that's something that y'all want to do in the future. I think that if you have not even had that conversation, yeah, I think that it's a waste of, you know what I'm saying? If that woman is looking to get married and that man have not even mentioned marriage in 2 years, yeah, I think the woman is wasting her time. Because I think a man knows if he wants to marry a girl or not. I think a man knows when he's ready. I think it's all about timing, and the man knows when he's ready, he don't want nobody else to have you. That song that Beyonce and them sing, if he like it, then he should have put a ring on it. Men marry and try to lock down that woman that they don't want to lose. Am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So in 2 to 3 years, if that man hadn't, said, now mind you, Bradley, I'm military. So we're used to moving around from base to base to base to base. So in the military, if you wasn't in a committed relationship within 2 to 3 years, oh, you might as well cancel Christmas because you'll be gone to a whole nother duty station if y'all ain't made some type of commitment to each other, whether it be verbally or not. You understand what I'm saying? She said, my husband wants to come up. Come on, girl. Let another man get up on this panel. Come on, baby.
So
Get
a
come
lot
on
of
up here.
women, a lot of women get that ring and they switch up on their husbands all the time.
Okay, explain.
Um, how can I put this? They don't um fulfill those promises that they was giving that man that they would do when they get married. Once they get married, they switch up. They don't continue to do the things they did to get that man. I
Like what?
I got just I don't want to get into specific things, but I'm just saying like in general, like if you get with a man, y'all get
Mhm.
married, and then oh I got him now, he ain't going nowhere, so I don't have to continue to do things to make him feel like he's secure in his marriage, or I don't have to do this, I don't have to do that because he's not gonna leave me. We married, so I don't have to put forth a good effort in this marriage.
Now that ain't everybody. Now you know that ain't everybody.
That's why I said a few moments ago that's a case by case thing. Like everybody's situation gonna be different, but at the same time, it'll be similar. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense to y'all. But I'm all for marriage. Like I say, my mom and my dad, I always talk to Ashley about that. Like I admire their relationship. I admire their marriage and how they stuck together after all these years. Like, and that's exactly what I want. You know,
Yeah.
that's the ideal of
So
being
so
married.
y'all have discussed
Men
marriage.
actually talked about this all the time.
Oh, okay, that's good. Y'all talk about it. But let me ask you this.
Mhm.
Now the switch up part. Now I don't agree with you when you said the woman may switch up and not do the wifely duties after she get the ring. But what about a man? You don't think men do that too?
Yeah, they do. That's why I say it's a case by case thing. We just going in circles right now because it goes both ways. You know what I'm saying? With the woman and the man. Just because the
Uh,
man, just because the man marry you in 1 year, don't mean y'all gonna be together forever.
But
yeah, that's true.
Divorce rates are higher than giraffes' ass.
But you want to know why? Because you guys are not willing to compromise. In a marriage, you have to be willing to compromise. You know, there's no perfect marriage. You know that, right? And there's going to be things
Mhm.
that you don't like about her. It's going to be things that she don't like about you. But then both of y'all will have to learn to compromise.
Not to cut you off. Most marriages end because women want a divorce, and that's a fact.
But why do you think they want a divorce?
I have because they men not perfect, and they got eyes for somebody else. They men not
No,
perfect. They men not
Bradley, that is
perfect.
not why a woman want a divorce. Let me tell you something. Most of the time,
those
believe it or
men are
not,
cheating.
Women
a
cheat.
woman is willing to work with their man, right? A
Listen,
woman checks out emotionally. Once you didn't like, before she checks out
exactly. So why
physically,
would a man be so eager to marry a woman when he knows she can potentially leave him
but let me tell you
because
why.
of her
A
emotions?
woman, but Bradley, see, that's why you have to learn to listen, right? Because women will tell you we're so vocal when it comes to how we feel. We're gonna tell you 25,000 times how we feel and we're hurt and we're not being heard or we're not being loved and we want more attention, we want more affection. A woman will come out and tell her man what she feels like she's missing so many times, so many times before that final I'm done. You know how many times we give a man in our minds, we give a man chances, we give them so many chances in our minds. If we followed our first mind, we would be divorced long before we
So
actually get a divorce.
what's the point?
What's what point?
What's the point in getting married if y'all gonna be willing to give up or give the man 100 chances? Like, what are these chances you're giving them over and over again about cheating?
No, not cheating. Like, okay, nine
Because
times out of 10, the woman is not divorcing you for cheating. She's divorcing you because she's feeling unloved, unheard, undeserving, unworthy. You know what I mean? Like when y'all get married, y'all may not think the little small things matter, but it does. Like just coming up behind her and just giving her a hug or buying her some flowers and dating her. Y'all want to stop dating. Y'all like, we got the cow, right here. You stop dating, stop taking them out, stop playing the music before making love. You just be like, turn over. Let me get in there. Let me get about 10 pumps. Like, but when you
I ain't
dating, you do all the nice things to get her.
I ain't gonna
But
lie.
then you get lazy.
I ain't gonna lie to you. More that goes both ways. I'm just keeping it real with you. And
No,
I
I
know this.
understand. It does go both
I
ways.
understand this is a sisterhood meeting right now, so I'm a little
No,
outgoing.
it's good. And we got
So,
another brother up
you
here.
know what I'm
We're gonna
saying? Like,
hear.
y'all might not understand where I'm coming from because we are two different genders. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Y'all
no,
might.
no. But Bradley, guess what? I'm gonna shut up for a minute. We got another brother up here, and he might feel the same way you feel. Hey, Steele, what's going on?
What's going on?
Not much.
Chiming
So
in.
tell us what. So you and Bradley, y'all tell us females what we need to know.
Man, when a man is ready, ready. Point blank, period. And
Okay.
it also, and me being a military background, actually you spoke about something specifically about moving bases and having orders and going on to the next duty station, right?
Mhm.
So that played a huge part in us being married,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
I had a daughter on the way. She was special needs from the jump. I knew I would not be able to have the chance to be in my daughter's life full time
Mhm.
unless I got married because of the duty station and PCS moves. So
Okay.
I jumped the gun a little bit. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Love my wife to death, and she was my girlfriend at the time. And we went through a couple things together, right? But now
Mhm.
she's pregnant. I'm 20 years, I'm 21, she's 20. And I
Mhm.
already know we hot for an assignment. So
Okay.
I had to bury, I had to, I had to bury the hatchet on that one. It's like, yo, what are you gonna do? So I said, yo, no BS, no for real. Laying in bed, was in my dorm over at Joint Base Andrews, laying in my bed.
Mhm.
I looked over her and said, yo, you want to get married? She said, yeah. I said, I bet. And we got married. And that
And
was
it
the,
gets
it's a real story.
so have
Yeah.
y'all
So
ever faced a situation in your marriage to where she came to you, and you don't have to say this if you don't want to, but have your wife, and this to you too, Bradley, have your woman ever said, I don't feel love, I don't feel I'm getting enough attention, I need more from you?
I think that our marriage was granted, I was 20, I was 21, she was 20. So I think that we both had to gain some emotional intelligence in order to be able to convey that correctly to each part. And I want to say, I think within the last 7, 8 years, we actually were able to grow emotionally intelligent together to be able to convey that to each other. So my story's a little bit different, but it hits on the same, right? It's like we had to grow up first. I had to deploy, do all of this to understand the importance of family, right?
Mhm.
We
Mhm.
had to take time apart to understand, like, yo, this is really what each other needs, and we made it come together like that. Now, granted, no marriage is perfect, right? We
Man,
still have our ups and
man.
downs, but that's how we had to come together.
For a few years. Like that's what I be trying to say. Like the marriage might be rocky for a few years, but women get.
Wait a minute, we can't hear Bradley. Put him on, Ashley. What
You know
is
what
he
I'm saying?
saying?
Like the relationship can be rocky for a few years. Like ain't like you say, no marriage is perfect, but
Right.
women will be ready to leave their man before a man be ready to let his woman go. I'm just being we territorial and we stand on how we feel. And once we start projecting it to our woman or expressing it to her, oh now we coming on too strong. Oh now you too this or this too much. I'm like, well, you wanted me to be committed to you, but when I'm actually showing you commitment, it's too much for you. Or I can't deal with this or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So you got to put all that in perspective too. You know what I'm saying? Just
Mhm.
because the relationship is going through a rough patch, we don't know how long that patch gonna last. But we talking about forever. You can't just put it on a couple years of badness or trials and tribulations in your marriage and say you're ready to throw it all away. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, most men ain't gonna walk off from their woman.
Amor, Amor, hey, can I speak?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay,
Hey,
go ahead.
this is y'all know me as Lacondas, but I go by Missy, honestly. But I just wanted to piggyback. I wanted to respond to what Bradley just said. So of course,
Okay.
like you said, Amora, all of we no relationship or marriage is perfect. But if you have two people that love each other and you understand, you said something earlier about you had two different backgrounds. I grew up in Mississippi, my husband grew up in, he was born in California. Like, we were so different, and we did, like, we've been married for 16 years now, but it hasn't always been what we have now. Like, now people look at us like, oh my God, like, how did you guys, I want to be like that, I want to be like, that. I'm like, hey, we didn't just get here automatically. It
Good,
took
bro.
a lot. We had to grow together. And when you choose each other through everything that you go through, you choose each other and understand that you both grew up with different, backgrounds, and you're different. You got to grow together. You got to learn together. When you understand that and still choose each other, that's what truly matters. That's
Yeah.
what matters. And I wasn't always this way. He wasn't always that way. But what we did was we knew that we loved each other, and we continued to work on it. We've gone to marriage counseling earlier on in our marriage. And now, like, I won't say it's perfect, but we avoid certain things. I know, we still tick each other off here and there, but again, like, we've grown together, and we can pretty much talk about anything. And he knows me. Sometimes I shut down, and he's a talker. So you just gotta learn your partner, and you gotta understand that the grass isn't just greener on the other side. You can't just, hey, I'm gone, I'm gonna get somebody that's gonna do this because you don't do that. No, water your grass right now. And
That,
so,
Absolutely.
yeah, so
that's
that's
exactly
that's what
what
I
I
want
was
to
saying. That's what
say.
I was responding to when the moral said that. And I'm like, well, you can say that you're gonna leave your man, but what makes you believe that you're gonna find another man that's gonna treat you how you really want to be treated? I mean, he might
Nine
be
times out
able
of
to do
ten,
that.
you won't. It
He
don't
won't
happen
do
like
that,
that.
right? So I was agreeing with what you said too, Amora. Like, if Ashley doesn't accept my proposal, that's gonna be Reynolds wraps for me.
Well,
I'm not gonna
Ashley,
be
you better say
that's gonna be dead grass. That's gonna be brown grass for me because I'm not gonna go through that again. And like it's pointless. I'm gonna just
oh,
focus.
so
Hey,
has that
Brad.
happened to you?
I'm gonna focus on me, and that's just gonna be dead on that. Like, because I'm
Hey,
just gonna be
Brad.
doing. What's
Hey,
up?
Brad. I'm sorry. I ain't mean to interrupt. I'm
No,
sorry.
you good, bro.
But you hit on a
I'm gonna
note
put
that
it
I
on
want.
mute because I'm loving this. Hold on a second. I'm putting it on mute. Y'all go ahead. 2 men. I love it.
Yeah, I wanna hit on a note, right? And I want to poll in the audience to understand something, but I want to ask the question first. If a man proposes and the woman says no, does the relationship continue?
You want me to answer that?
Nope, not yet.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, because that's a hot one.
Man,
Brad, I just gave you a hot one.
man, hot and ready like Little Caesars.
What?
I'm
I
ready.
want to say, I want all the women to understand something. If a man proposes and you say no, the relationship, friendship, rent, everything is over.
That's it.
Mortgage, all that's cut off. Insurance done.
Damn.
I I got
Hey,
to go.
that's just like you saying, if you get fired from a job, are you coming to work the next day?
Hell no.
That's a wrap. You better go find you another job
Mhm.
or be self-employed. One of the
It's
two.
over. For anybody that ever believes your man's gonna stick around after he
because
proposed to you
because
and you
man,
said no, you
right,
are you are bonkers. You're crazy.
man, you already know, man, how men are built. Like, when we make that commitment, that we know it's different from women, because women feel like they just got men lined up waiting to marry them. They really don't. They think in their mind that, oh, this man in my inbox, he was in my inbox, so my nigga ain't active. I can't say nigga on here. My bad.
No, you can
So,
go ahead. Speak how you
oh,
want.
oh, if my man ain't acting right, then I know such and such, he probably checking for me. So I ain't really tripping. I can fall back on somebody else if he gone. But at the same time, Buddy just really just want to get a piece of that pie and do whatever you need to do. He gonna be all smiles and Hallmark cards in the beginning, and once he get what he got to get, you gonna see the real him.
So basically, you saying, whatever woman you with, that if you propose to them, they need to just go on and say yes because the grass ain't green on the other side, like you were saying.
It's really
The
not.
man only want their
I ain't
goodies, their snacks.
I ain't gonna lie to you more. Like it ain't, and that's the same thing with men. Like if you with a woman that you love and you think you finna go out and find another woman just like the one you just had, yeah, she gonna be like that in the beginning, but she's gonna reveal her real self sooner or later. It's only so long that you can pretend.
Bradley, can I ask you a question?
Hmm.
And you don't have to answer it if you don't want to, but have you been hurt in a relationship before?
We all have been hurt.
Yeah, we have. We
If we
have.
haven't been hurt, we wouldn't be with the person we. I mean, there's we all been with different people in our
You
lives,
said
so
you said if you haven't been hurt, you would be with the last person you was with,
pretty
or the
much,
person before that,
yeah,
or
pretty much with everybody. Like if you haven't been
yeah, no, no,
somebody,
no. You're right. You're right. You're right.
somebody got hurt in a
Um,
relationship. So not necessarily saying it's me, but like before I have, but I mean I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I don't dwell on that.
no,
I'm,
I got you. I got
you
you.
know what I'm
I
saying? I'm
got you.
not dwelling on, oh, I'm hurt. No, I'm just being real right now, and I don't know why it's coming off, or it may be
No,
coming
no,
off.
no, no, no. I
Oh
appreciate you
no,
being real.
oh no, no,
Now,
no.
because it sounds like you're a little hesitant, as if like you think that may happen to you.
No, no, no. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just
Oh, okay.
I'm
Maybe
being
I'm
real.
misreading the room. Am I?
I,
You
I
guys?
always I'm always gonna be logical. You know what I'm saying? And it may come off as me being hurt, but I'm definitely not hurt.
So let me tell you what my son says. I have a son that's 33. Damn, I almost forgot. Hold on. No,
Hmm.
is he 33? Yeah, he's 33. And he told me he wants to marry the woman that he's with. They didn't already have a child and everything. But he keeps saying, "Mom, I need like $100,000 saved up in the bank." And I'm like, you don't have to have $100,000 to get married. Most people don't have $100,000 to get married. Most of us is broke as a joke before we say I do. But he has this misconception of he needs money in order. But they've been together for over 5 years, and the girl is still riding with him or whatever, and he hasn't married her. And I know he wants to marry her. I think he does, but he hasn't married her. And he's saying finances. What would you say about that?
Because he want to be that provider for her. He wants to he wants to own that position of being able to, whenever his woman come to him about some money, it ain't gonna be nothing to him. All right, baby, don't trip. I got that. That's what he want, and I respect him for that because a lot of women be giving these men a hard time for not having money.
That's facts.
Yeah, I'm just keeping it 100. Like they be acting like they'll ride with a man, but the whole time in the back of their head, man, this nigga ain't got no money.
Facts.
This man ain't got no money. What I'm gonna do? They really be making their man feel like he ain't up to par. So
Really?
a lot of men would rather have their money in
Mhm.
order before they take that step.
And that's facts. That's real
I'm just
facts.
keeping it a buck. Like, you know, I know y'all might not understand it, but that's the truth.
And
So
that's
let me ask
that's
you
that's a hundred
something.
It's
percent
just that
facts.
simple. It ain't complex. It ain't got you ain't got to get too deep or
Mhm.
philosophical or any of that. Like you just it's just that simple.
And
Like a
and
lot of
B and
yeah.
B check
Hmm.
check. Not
Hmm.
it's not only the pressure from society, and
Hmm.
not just the pressure from society, but your woman. Then it's pressure from your woman's family.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Hmm. And then the times we living in now, we're in a social media era. Like it's totally different now, bro. Like back in I would say like back in the '90s, before you know what I'm saying, like before social media came out, it was more easier for people to make their relationships work. But now you're able to get on your phone and you can see what everybody got going on just by a little device in your hand, and you like, dang, I ain't got it like that. So the woman looking at it like that too, like, dang, I see they got this going on. My man ain't got that going on. So she gonna be talking crazy to him at the house, making him feel like, you know what I'm saying, like he not worthy. So a lot of men would rather get their bread together before they try to tell somebody to marry them.
And B, check this out. I went through a rough patch where I didn't have a job, right? right? Even though I've been a provider for like umpteenth amount of years,
Mm-hmm.
trust and believe I use my inside voice when I have an issue.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't about to raise my voice without no job.
Mm-hmm.
Real
Yeah,
talk.
they ain't gonna respect. They not gonna respect you, man. I don't care what you say. I don't care how much you think you putting it down in the room. If your bread ain't together, they not gonna respect you, bro. And that's the natural bone
So
truth.
you think a woman is not going to show her man? Well, you know what? Wait a minute. So you think the woman is not going to show her man respect if he ain't putting it down
A
financially,
traditional woman, that's different. But a modern woman, that's another
or a
story.
modern woman? Okay.
You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So you just gotta find.
It depends. If you
That's
came
why I
into the
say like
relationship,
it's a case by case, type deal. You know what I'm saying?
I
I,
mean, it depends though. If you came in a relationship with money, right, and then a situation happened, then I think a woman will work with you all day long, right?
Mm-hmm.
yes.
But
Mhm.
if you met her and your issue wasn't together, and now a year later it's still not together, then yeah, I think she's gonna feel away.
Yes, yeah, Amor, I agree. And what Bradley is saying and what my husband was saying, I think it's more of a man's ego because even when my husband, this is a couple of years ago, he went months without a job. We still were. I'm in the military. I'm getting ready to retire in 2 years, but my husband is a contract. I'm like we there's nothing lacking here, but he was
Right.
every day he was carrying something, and I'm just like why? He's like and I didn't treat him any different because for one, when we got together, we were broke as a joke. We was in the dorms, we were airmen, newly in the Air Force,
Right.
and we got together that way. So when we got to the point where he didn't work for several months, I was like, I didn't trip, but he felt less of a man. And I would never, like, I told him, like, I don't care what happens. I know what you're capable of. I know what you've done. I don't care what
Mhm.
happens. I'm here. We gonna figure it out.
I use
Exactly.
my
That's
inside
how
voice.
I am too. Like I told Bradley, like I'm riding till the wheels fall off, and when they
Yes,
fall off, I'm gonna be trying to help him put them back
that
on.
part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it, when we when men feel like that, it's not. I don't think we directing it towards a woman. It's just the nature of
It's
a man.
internal
It's the nature of a man to want to
to
have his
provide
own.
because that's
Yeah,
what
like that's
you're
just
trying.
natural. You know what I'm saying? And if you haven't arrived
What
at
what
that
can
point,
we do as women to make y'all feel better?
um, just be that. Be supportive. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't kick the man while he down. You know what I'm
And
saying?
what's kicking? What would you consider kicking a
Being,
white down?
just
Bringing it up?
no, just being disrespectful, making him feel like, you know, he ain't nothing because he ain't where he trying to be right now. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because there are women that do that. They kick
And
their
then
Yeah.
they
man.
talk about
They
being
kick. They kick.
masculine and
They
all of
kick
that.
their man while he down. You know, and then when the man finally come up,
Back up. I bet you will.
they be surprised sometime when he walk out. It's rare, but a lot of men do that. You
So
know,
you said if the woman kicked the man when he's down, 9 times out of 10, when he
I
gets
ain't say
back up,
nine
he's
time out.
gone.
I ain't say no 9 times out of 10.
10 out of 10, he gone.
I ain't nah. That's not what I said.
Okay.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just
I'll
saying.
say it.
Hey, I'm gonna let you catch that straight right there. Then
Yeah, I'll say it.
I'm gonna let you catch that one, boy.
So so still, if a woman make you feel less than when you're down, when you get back up, you out of there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm out. My
It
exit
depends.
stage
It
Are
left.
you
depends.
gonna wait till you get back up on your feet to leave?
It
No,
depends.
no, no. I'm gonna do it right before I have the interview. That I know I'm
Oh
finna ace.
man.
So I know I'm finna ace that
But
interview.
they saying, "Oh man," but you've been disrespecting the man and beating him while he down the whole time. But you want the man to have sympathy for you. Come on now,
No, I'm out.
that don't work like
I
that
got to
because
I
you
don't
go.
know too many women that will kick you while you're down if you're trying. That's what we was talking about the other day. A trying man is everything. You know what I'm saying? A trying man is worth, you know, putting faith into or whatever. Now, trying and not trying is two different things. If you sit on the couch playing video games and you're not even trying to help us out and we're struggling over here trying to pay the bills and you playing video games and doing, whatever else, and you're not trying to bring in no money, that's a difference, right?
Yeah, I agree with
But
you
if
on
you
that.
trying, if you saying, hey, babe, I got another interview on Wednesday. I've been calling, talking to people. Because she may even say, you know what, baby, it's okay. Let's start a business. Or maybe, have you thought about going to school, extra classes for this or that? Because it may not always be traditional work. You might have a skill that your wife, your girl might say, you know what? I think you'll be better if you just start your own, and then she give you some suggestions or whatever, you know? Because
Hmm.
everybody don't fit in a traditional job.
Hmm. Right, you're right. It's just like everybody don't. School's not for everybody. Like a university is not for
Absolutely.
everybody. You
School's
know what I'm
not for
saying?
everybody.
So, yeah.
The richest man in the world just did not go to college. What's
Hmm.
his name? Not the richest man in the world, but what's the damn man, the Microsoft dude? He didn't even go
Bill
to
Gates.
college
Yeah,
yet.
he
I don't
did.
even think Donald Trump went to college, and he the damn president.
Doesn't make
Did
one
Donald
difference.
Trump
That's
go to
they
college?
are too.
Hmm. But a lot of times, men are be on their square. They got their stuff together, and that be intimidating to women. They don't be wanting to deal with men that really got their stuff together because they be
I
looking.
don't know who's saying
I
that,
I
Bradley
think
or
that's the
Q.
opposite.
Yeah,
Bradley,
I think that's opposite.
it is
I
Where
don't think
opposite.
too
men
many
probably
women
feel
want to
like they
deal with
don't
no
want
man that
to
ain't
be
got
with a
his shit
woman that's
together.
the
It's
breadwinner.
opposite. It's the men that's threatened by the women that's got it all
But
together.
but but
Yes.
but when men are with women who fronting the bill, they talk about those men. So how you gonna say that men be intimidated by being with a woman that's making money? We never intimidated about that. We just want our own money too.
I understand, but it's just hard for it to work because a lot of women who do make the big bucks, they are kind of like, those are normally the women who, are
Put a
kind of
brother
that way.
down.
So I see what you're
You
saying,
know what I'm
but
saying? Like I be hearing certain comments, women be like, "Oh nah, he think he all that. He got this, that, and the third, or he got rules and guidelines that he presenting to his woman. She don't want to fall in line because she not in charge necessarily. You know what I'm saying? Those that happens a lot too.
yeah, that does happen. But Moore said something earlier as well. Just because we can, and it took a while for me to get that too. Because I think last night or the night before, Moore was saying something like, she was changing a light bulb or something, and Jay would be like, "Oh, why are you doing that?" So I would overstep my husband a lot because I can take care of myself. I can do whatever I need to do for myself, but I wasn't realizing that, hey, I have a whole man here. Let him do that. If this is what we're doing, hey, I need to step down, and it took me a minute to learn that.
Yeah, me too. Because like I can remember, like I would like I would come home and like Bradley will ask me like, "Why'd you stop and get gas? Like why you didn't let me go and get gas? You literally stopped at that. You really stopped at the store and put gas in the car instead of waiting." And I used to think that was so weird. Like why?
Controlling.
Yeah,
You can call
controlling.
it controlling.
I was like,
Yep.
I wanted to stop and put gas in the car.
Yeah.
And he was like, but I want to put gas in your car. Like I wanted to go out and do that. So I had to
Hmm.
like learn like my mom is military too. So um like growing up, I just watched her be like like just a strong woman. Like she was, she didn't have a lot of friends come around. It wasn't like a lot of, she didn't have men and stuff coming around. She's married now, but like my stepdad passed away last year. But like I just remember seeing her like nobody around, just her just
Doing
doing
everything.
everything herself and taking
Hmm.
matters in her own hands. So
Yep.
a lot of times I mean that's what I just grew up watching my mom just do everything. So like I have to I'm even though Bradley and I've been together this all these years, I still struggle with having to realize I'm not
Hmm.
alone in this. And like I still
Yep.
do stuff and take matters in my own hands. Sometimes I have to realize like I have to my decisions I have to think for him, like he's here with me. And I
Yep.
think that's my issue is like
Yep.
accepting the fact that I'm not alone. Like I don't have to go out and make decisions. Like I have somebody with me, but like I was just so used to just doing everything on my own. And I would like get upset like I could do this on my own. I could go do this on I don't
Yep.
and that's I think that's was a lot of the downfall too, because he sees it totally different.
Yep, it is.
Like,
And it took me maybe 7 or 8 years in our relationship before. I would offend him a lot because I would just do things. But I grew up, like I said, in the dirty South. And my mother got it out the mud. She did everything. She still do. And I grew up like that. So I'm like,
me too. I'm
My
from
let me.
dad,
Louisiana,
my
so
daddy
that's
got
the
it out the
dirty South,
mud too.
child. If you born in Mississippi, I'm right across the street in Louisiana. So
Yep.
that's exactly, what I was, that's what I, and then a lot of women in my family aren't married. Like
Hmm.
they, I just seen like just the strong black women. So
Yep.
hell, I want to be a strong black woman too. I
Yeah,
Exactly.
mean,
but thing is, and Bradley probably side with me on this one. She met a real man.
Mhm.
She met a real one.
Mhm. I love it.
You know what I mean? So all that in between, stop.
Mhm. Let him
Sit
be a
down.
man. Actually, listen. Stop trying to be the be all do all, girl. You gonna feel so good, girl. Child, you better stop. I ain't no independent woman, honey. I don't give a damn how much money I make. I ain't no independent woman, child.
My wife will tell you. My wife will tell her friend quick. Don't let my husband find out because you know how he go. You know how he gonna do. Or if she be
I
like,
ain't
let me tell my husband.
hard.
I knew that, like doing it, like it was better for me to come and talk to my man and have that shoulder to lean on instead of doing things like without his knowledge or just trying to do things because hey, I want to be independent, whatever. Like I get it, like he's gonna work, he's gonna, but like hey, my bills is I want to pay my own bills, I want to be responsible for my own stuff. Like I, instead of like I have to
You
start
still do
with,
now?
yeah, I still struggle with that. Yeah, like I want to
Uh,
do it. Like I won't allow Bradley to like help me like pay like rent or anything, like no matter what. And he would be like, and this is exactly why we're where we're at now. Like, like you want to be in control
is
over
Bradley
everything.
older, Ashley, or younger than you?
He's older than me.
He sounds mature.
Only by 4 years. I'm 30 the 3 years. I'm 37. Bradley's 40.
Girl, I may have to take you under my wing, honey, child,
So
because
that's been my
baby,
biggest issue, just doing things, still having that mentality where I can just do it on my own and not considering like Bradley and understand it, because in my mind I'm like, well, we ain't married yet, so I still got time. I mean, I'll start doing that once I'm married, then I'll start, but I think if I didn't have that mentality, like we probably would have been married a long time ago. Bradley wasn't used to nobody being in no casinos and stuff. He didn't grow up like that. He don't want to be in places like that. But at the same time, like he loved me. Like he didn't want to make me feel bad because I had that addiction to that place. So the only reason I feel like me and Bradley is gonna go far is because like he's seen like the ugly side of me, like good, bad, and he had to like take all that in and say, okay, we can get through it, and I have to learn to let it be we instead of me.
yeah, when you have a man,
He never judged me.
it ain't no longer no me. I mean, you're still a me. You're still independent, meaning that you have your own mind, right?
Hmm.
But in relationships, especially if you're dealing with a real man, there are going to be some boundaries, right? But you have your boundaries too. But I used to struggle. Listen, Ashley, I used to struggle with the same thing. You act like I don't know how to do this. You act like I don't know how to do that. Man, you
Right,
used to be like, why do you even think that way? Right?
right,
Because I used to actually think me not doing it made him think that I couldn't do it. We so want to be show our black men that we know how to do it. They know we
right,
know how to do it. They know we know how to empty the trash. They know we know how to pump gas. They know we know how to do it. But that don't mean that they want us to do it.
right.
I'm glad I'm with the man that don't want me pump no damn gas. When he first said it, I think I had a hissy fit. You act like I don't know how to pump
Oh
gas.
my
What are you trying to
gosh, I
say?
would I would get on that phone and call my mama like, Mama, he don't even want me pumping gas. Like,
Girl, I was like, what's wrong with these Mississippi men? What the hell wrong with these men? I used to think that it's so
he
damn
told my
controlling.
mama, dirty stuff.
It must be a down south thing too.
It is
Probably
a
so.
down south thing, but I wouldn't trade my down south man in for nothing in the world. I'm like,
Oh, Amor, I want to ask you a question,
I'm old
and I
school.
and I just gotta ask. Um,
okay.
and I know like you don't gamble no more. I don't be gambling like that no more either.
I ain't gonna say I don't
But
gamble no more. I just
but
don't. I don't lose.
right.
I ain't gambling no $1,000 at a time. But girl, let me get in front of a casino. I'm gonna pull a slot machine. Don't.
Thi- okay, so this is the problem. So has Jay like, even though he knows like that's exactly where you're gambling, like has he ever had an issue like, like you said, they we'll go into the casino and it'll be the whole next day before we realize that we still been in there. And so that is one other thing that
No,
will
no, it ain't
like
no whole next day. Jay gonna come get my ass up out of there.
Bradley had
You
tried, I
gotta think
won't
it was
go.
just downstairs.
I
He
won't
coming to
go.
get me. It's plenty of times I done looked up and he was right there. Come
Me
on,
too.
babe.
I won't go more. I didn't use, well. It's not like that now because he's been, everything going on. Like, no, it's not. But I feel like I used to think that he should accept that. Like, okay, I know it's 3 o'clock in the morning, but you know that I'm gambling. I ain't with no men. But he was like, I don't. My mom was not staying out this late in her marriage, Ashley. And I'm like, well, your mom was born in the 60s. Like, this is what we do these days. We gamble. And like, that's one
I gotta say,
sacrifice I had to, like that's one thing that I got to realize, like,
Well, I
okay.
mean, is he upstairs in the hotel room with you?
Hey, he hate being there altogether. He don't like
So
it.
wait a minute. So you'll be by yourself?
He'll try and stay, but Bradley started saying them people making him itchy. It's itchy in there. All these people
Well,
and
while
all these
when
different
he's
people.
ready to go, it's probably good that you go. Like I don't mind having an accountability partner there. The only thing
It's
that I don't
hard.
like with Jay when we
Just
go to the
imagine if both
casino,
of
if
us
I
had
lose $20, he ready to go.
just imagine
He's
if both
standing on my shoulder. Okay, that's
Yep.
enough. I'm like, get away from
Yep.
me.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. What you were saying, Bradley?
just imagine if both of us had that poison. It got to be a
Oh
balance.
yeah, nah, you can't
So
be,
like
yeah. That would not be good, child. Both of y'all would
you
be
got to
broke.
be
Y'all would be
equally
like Peach,
balanced.
Peach and her husband. You gotta have a mind. You got one of
And
y'all
I
gotta have
would
a
be,
sound mind.
and I used to get so mad, like, you need to give me your debit card, or I'm not leaving. I'm telling you, I was like, I don't care. Somebody could come drag me out by my wig. I'm still not going. Like, I'm gonna stay here. So I think, like, and I used to say, I bet you nobody else that gamble, their husbands or their boyfriends, understand that this is how gambling go. And he's like, okay, but do you think that when we're married, I'm s- I'm gonna want my wife in a casino around all these strange men and all these. I said, I used to say this more. Well, Mr. J don't say nothing when a more ago, or such and such. My cousins that's married, their husband don't say. He say, I'm well. That's just not. I don't want my wife in the place. I'm like, other people understand, gambling, but that has been a deal breaker. Like,
He don't
no.
say that as long as I don't ask him for no more money. If I if I ask him for some more money, he say, hell no, that's it, babe. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Don't call me. That's it. Come on. Let's go. That's enough for the day. You
oh,
know.
y'all,
So
I got something to add to that. And it's not about gambling, but it's about like going out like at night. So I would want to like go to Target or Walmart at like 9 at night, right? And he never wanted me to go out at night by myself. And I'm like, I'm grown. I can go. I'm a grown woman.
Yep.
And so that was our thing for a long time because my best friend, like, she's married too and she got 3 kids, but she would put them to bed and she'd be like, I'm going to Walmart, I'm going to Target. So I would tell my husband, like, why are you trying to control me? Why are you? And he would be like, it's 9 o'clock at night. It's dark. People, the world is not the same. You don't need to be out by yourself. You're small. It is. You can get snatched up. And I'm like, what? I thought that was so controlling.
Me too, because I'm like, I can go out at nighttime. He was like, okay. Like, I don't, and I used to be like, I'm not used to that. I'm used to being,
Yeah.
if I want to get up and go to the store or anywhere, I don't care if it's 9 or 10 o'clock. I want to go, but I get what he was, saying. He said,
And
well,
and I could tell you exactly where I'm coming from. I was like, Missy, you ain't nothing but 130 pounds, 140 pounds. Listen, you about 5'3". Somebody could pick you up, put you in your pocket, and gone.
it's in the pocket.
not the pocket.
Listen, I never seen you even fight before. I don't even know if you could fight. You know what I'm saying? You don't got no knife with you. You don't got no gun with you. You an easy target. Get your tail in the house and sit down.
Most women
Order it
don't
on
have
Amazon. I don't care. Use my credit card. But you ain't finna be running these streets outside at night.
yeah. They
It's
trying to
nine
take
o'clock and you trying to go to
right out of
Target.
control, man.
And
Child, let me tell you.
the realness behind it is we have a child who has special needs.
Oh
Can't
yeah.
walk, can't talk the whole nine, right?
Oh, okay, okay.
And if you are out here risking your life for some shit at Target, you got me messed up.
They love to throw that word control around, man. But
You know what I mean? You got it messed up. And then we'll come on in the news. Two girls were reportedly snatched up at Target, 11 o'clock at night. Their parents haven't seen them for 3 days. And then their mother said the last they heard, they told their boyfriends they were going to Target.
Going to Target. Mm.
You know,
What?
Jay won't even let me go to the gym at night. I told him, I said,
No.
"Bam." I said, I'm
Oh,
going to go to the gym at night since I'm up. He said, "No, I'll just buy you a treadmill."
Yeah, sit yourself down. I'll buy the treadmill. I'll buy you another house. We get a real gym. Sit yourself down.
And
yeah,
I'm way bigger than 140. And he said that about me. He said, "Nah, I don't want you out. I don't want you out." I said, "We live in Katy. We live in the same area." "Nah, babe, I don't want you out on these streets this time of the night." You know?
yeah. That's a no. Like, and I had to realize, like, dang, I can't even go to Target. I want
But
me
they're
a
right
little
though.
Debbie
We
cake.
shouldn't
I'm
be
trying to
out.
get up and sneak out and go get me a little Debbie cake. You all in my like you could have woke me up. I could have drove you
But they're
home.
right though. You know, they're right. They're protecting us. Hell, I mean, look at Jay. Jay's a big guy. I don't even like him out that late. You know what I mean? He be like last night I was trying to fry some pork chops and we ain't had no flour. And I'm like, we don't have no flour. He was like, I go to the store and get it. I said, no, 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 no. Just get it tomorrow. Just get it tomorrow. It was dark outside. I didn't want him to go get no flour. Anything can happen. You know, so we both crazy. We both in the house don't want each other to go no damn where.
Right.
You know?
Oh
And,
yes,
and
Candy.
I'm
Y'all
just
gotta come to the wedding, Candy. I'm gonna invite everybody.
Yeah, we coming to the wedding. I
where
had a
it's at.
wedding, but be like what Bradley said. Don't just want the wedding, want the marriage,
Yeah, I do. I want the marriage.
which
We
means
live
that
in
you got to put the
Louisiana.
work in, baby.
And
Yeah.
Mr. Moore, I actually say this to I would say troops, my younger guys, my troops, and now
Mhm,
my employees. But I
mhm.
tell them, make sure your wife is more enthusiastic about the marriage than the actual wedding.
Yes, because the ring and the dress and all that stuff, child, bye. You put that on the dresser, honey. You got to put that work in. You
Now,
got to
and
put
look,
that work
Amor,
in.
I even told Bradley, I said, well, I didn't really care for it. He said, no, like, this is one and done. So I want a nice wedding. Like, I'm going to make sure we have a nice wedding. Because at first I was just like rushing it. Like, well, we can even go to Justice. He said, no, this is it for me. Like, and I want this to be memorable. So we're going to have, a nice wedding. So,
Well, most men don't say that at all.
and he
So
did. He said, yeah,
look,
I want to
because
have,
most men be like, Charlie, you can go to the Justice of Peace. They have it in their backyard if you can't.
And
he don't
did,
want that.
and did.
And then
Because
Justice of the
I
Peace,
was
it was
down for it.
$75.
I was I'm
hey,
Bradley.
but y'all
You and
still
I
together.
told him more that I was
Still
telling
together.
him that we could go do something small like Justice of Peace, and you was like, no, we're gonna have a wedding.
But you know what? Because you're not married
We
yet,
want a
Ashley, you know what
second
I would
line
do if I was
child,
you?
huh?
You know what I would do if I was you and Bradley? I would actually go to marital counseling before you actually get married.
Yeah, that's
There's
me
nothing
and
wrong
Amor
with
said
that.
we should probably go to like hold on, wait, because I gotta cook.
Just so you can kind of like talk out whatever discrepancies that you may have or what you fear. Like you really could just get it out, get it all out and talk about it. Like get it on the table right now. I would do that. Like whatever fears that you have, I would really discuss it.
And to second that, Amara, we just came up. Our friends had the same dilemma. They were about to spend a lot of money on a wedding,
Mhm.
and I advised them, and it actually made sense that due to justice of the peace, but spend that money on your vacation afterwards.
That's right. Make that memory.
Make
Yep.
that memory. You paying for a party for a bunch of folks
Yep.
versus
They're
paying for
gonna talk about
yourself.
how dry the chicken is. They're gonna talk about the cake wasn't sweet enough. They're gonna
Yep.
talk about somebody's gonna talk about the wedding anyway.
Yeah. So I just to think about it. I'm not saying don't have a wedding. I'm not saying go against your husband's dreams or the dreams he put in front of you. But if you gonna spend 20,000 on a wedding, imagine spending 20,000 on a vacation.
Honey, that's some
Right.
memories right there.
Somebody coming back pregnant.
He
You
said
say you
somebody,
come back pregnant.
somebody
Oh, he's
back
trying to
pregnant.
he's trying to put a baby in you, girl.
Yeah, you better spend that 20 on that vacation.
Back swole up, got
Oh no, I think them days is them they done that ship
hey
and
man.
sail.
Hey, God
So
already
does
got
Bradley have kids?
Mm-hmm. Bradley has kids,
Okay, okay,
and our
okay.
kids like so like it's crazy because our oldest kids like I have y'all know Maya's 20, and then CJ will be 19 in May, and his son and CJ is the same age, and his older daughter and my daughter the same age. So I don't think that starting over is probably the best thing. I
those are
mean,
So
the
you guys have a blended family like Jay and I.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now it's gonna be some kinks in that too, now, child. Woo, Jesus.
It was the most beautiful thing. Like it was. I wish that I could have met Bradley sooner because it was just me and my kids. Like Maya, my daughter would always like to be with my mom. My son was always with me, and so when I met Bradley, my son was 12 years old, and when his son, like Bradley, wasn't big on letting women meet his kids at all. So he made sure that we was in a relationship first before his son and my son can even meet each other. Amora, like when those two boys met each other, they've been inseparable ever since. Like that was the best thing. Like that I mean I could just appreciate because it was just me. Everybody kind of know social media know the backstory on my kid's dad, so it was me. I didn't have another man like come around them and be like a stepdad. So when Bradley came, it was never like you know it was just family. It just linked up, and like his our sons call each other brothers. Like it's just been amazing. Like everything worked out exactly how it was supposed to. And
But
I
that's
never
good.
yeah, I never understood like when Bradley used to say, actually I just want myself together, and I used to think, well, I'm together, I'm this and that, and he used to be like, no, I just, you're a beautiful woman, and I would be wrong. This was like 2018. He was like, I would be wrong to try to come in and hurry up and be your boyfriend and stuff. Like it took a
Okay.
while. Like he wanted to make sure it was the best thing. He wanted to make sure his situations were settled with the kids' moms and stuff. Like he wanted to make sure that everything was, and I didn't understand it. But now being in a relationship with him, I'm like, well, if I had a kid with him, I know that he would have that same respect for me, because I had to realize Bradley is a dad, like a hands-on dad.
He a
So
man.
I would get mad,
Yeah,
like,
man.
why you always got to do this to the kids? Like I used to be bothering him about always wanting to be there. That's because I had to realize I can't project my trauma on Brett, like because my kid dad messed up and weren't able to be a father to them. Like I had to understand, like no, the women in my family, I didn't see their kids around their dads and stuff like that. And here I got Bradley, a whole different breed. And I feel kind of bad that I used to try to make him feel bad. Like, well, do you have to be at everything? And do you have to, And he would say,
I
I said,
got
well,
it. I'm
why I
checking.
can't be around the youngest? And he say, Ashley, you do not like her mom, so why would you want to be around the child? Like I can't do that. So it was just a lot of things that I had to see coming from a dad, that's an active dad. So I'm pretty sure Bradley ain't want to marry somebody that's over here tripping on him being a dad. And I can say like that was one of my faults, like trying to get in a way of that. Women have to allow these men, if you was with a man that had kids, and you have to allow those men to be a father to their kids, because you will want him to be. Bradley and I, we actually I had an ectopic pregnancy. I had got like 3 or 4 months along or whatever. And I know that if my child, like if that child would have made it, I know he would have been a good dad to my child, and I wouldn't have wanted him to neglect me, even though we weren't together, just because he was in a new relationship. And that's something he always would tell me: do not put yourself up against. Don't put me in a situation where it's me or my child. I'm gonna choose my child every time. So that's something I had to learn to, let him be a dad to those kids.
Well, we go okay. I love this conversation. I think we should continue the conversation because this is definitely getting good. I would love for you guys to come back up and answer the question. Something that I struggled with for a long time, and that is allowing a man to physically discipline my kids, and that was one of my no-nos. But I would like to, if we can continue this conversation another day. Are you guys willing to come back?
Yeah, because we're actually at a restaurant right now, so I have to get out. But yeah, just schedule it more, and we definitely we could come back up.
And what about you, Still?
Yep, I'm ready.
Because I got a little bit. We don't have any outside children, but we do. I got something to add to this because it was a possible situation. So yes, we'll be back.
Okay. Well, great. So that's what we'll do. She said, yeah, y'all come back. Okay, so we're going to hop off because Internet Sister is now going live. So
Okay.
I'm going to schedule another live to where you guys can come back and we can hear from a man's point of view what they think about being a step parent and being told, yes, they can physically discipline their soon-to-be white kids, or no, they cannot. I want to know
And
y'all.
Amora, can we hear from your husband?
Yeah, I would definitely let Jay come on and tell how he felt about that, because it wasn't good. I'm gonna let y'all know that now. It wasn't good, but I was not bending. So yeah, so when we come back, yes, I will invite Jay to the panel. Jay says as long as he ain't gotta, show his face like y'all doing it right now, that's how we'll do it. He'll stand behind me or something like that.
Okay. All right.
Thank y'all so very much. This was amazing.
LOUDTalkerz and your husband. We walking in, it's about to get noisy. So we look forward to talking to y'all again.
Let's do it.
All right. Y'all have a good night.
All right. Thanks, Ash. Appreciate you, babe. All right. Well, thanks, LaCondace and Brian, for coming up, blessing us with your words. And I'm sure we're going to see each other again. Can y'all hear me? I think y'all mic was muted. I think their mic is muted.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Amor, for having us up. And yeah, we'll definitely be back on.
Okay, that sounds great. Thanks so much. Appreciate you. And then when y'all come back, is your husband's channel set up yet?
He has it set up, but he hasn't done anything with it. So we'll we'll
work on it. Okay. All right, baby. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you. Okay.
Have a good night.
All right, you too. All right, you guys. Well, the Internet Sister is about to go live. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. It's frozen. Oh, hold on. Shoot. Give me a second, y'all. Okay, can y'all hear me? I froze for a moment because, for some reason, Google does that. But anyway, thank you guys so very much for coming through. Those that threw some paintballs, as my sister called it, in the chat. We got Binky Bink, Nell, Knee Deep, Gloria, Tinkers, That Girl Shantae, Shawan, Sheila, Lashina, Vera, Nell, Nahimi, Cheryl, Sonia, Reese Cup, and Lashina Daniels. Thank you so very much. And also Lavette, Cheryl, and let me get the other person right quick just so I can give a proper thank you and shout out to, give me 1 second, Lavette and Sonia and Michelle. Okay, that MF. Thank you. So thank y'all so very much. I think tonight was amazing, but we don't want to miss what the Internet Sister got to put down, baby, on the floor. So let's all go over to the Internet Sister live and bless her live, you guys. Okay. Thanks. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.
Because they can't make $1 without mentioning down one of our names.
Yay! She kept talking about that family.
Hoes over there.
She kept talking about that family. She kept talking about that family. She kept talking about that family. She kept talking about that family.